So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th. They're going to try and throw. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Brandon, you know I'm all about quarterbacks protecting themselves, but I have to admit it, I liked what I just saw there. That rookie wasn't afraid of absorbing a big hit. Now, you don't want to see him taking those shots all game long, but he picked up the 1st down, kept fighting for yards, and was willing to embrace some contact to keep the play moving.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a 1st down gain of 26 yards. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. Yeah, he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. He'll drop to throw. Evades him at the 10. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Here's Mostert. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Out to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The Dolphins at 2-0 here to begin the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll try and run here with Mostert. 58 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. They'll look to throw here on first down. Another catch there for Waddle. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This one from 46 yards out. Oh, and Sanders pushed it to the right. No good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime with a visiting Bill. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this 3rd quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds. Third quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Yeah, this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick, but instead it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. And going deep for Hill. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. It'll be a 1st and 10 coming up as this offense takes over possession of the football in the 3rd quarter. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Back to throw here. Throwing quickly to Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 34. A run with Mostert up the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Mostert with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one. Offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Gregory Rousseau able to bring him down. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. When the guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll try again. And he'll be stopped up short as the tackle is made at about the 3. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. They'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further. Defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Now Mostert. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. 2nd and 5. Now a short one to Gesicki. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
So now we're in the final minute of the game in the 4th quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Open man downfield is Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Miami, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on